What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be going over a game from the weekend where I actually played against a Twitch streamer and also the guy who was top scorer in the first season of the NBA 2K League, Boo Painter. He's arguably, actually no, he probably is better than MyTEAM than he is a Pro-Am, and as I said, he was the top scorer in the 2K League for the first season. This guy was a qualifier for the 250,000 tournament, lost in an extremely close game to Goggles, who ended up getting to the PlayStation 4 finals, and he lost to Turn Up Defense more so. Well, that game would have been completely different had Goggles not had server issues. Even though Turn Up won well, it would have been a very, very close game otherwise. And Shump is a guy who is recognized as one of the top players in the world. So I will leave a link to his Twitch in the description. If you guys want to know how to get good at MyTEAM, honestly, he's probably the most consistent streamer of all the absolute elite players. So if you guys want to learn how to get good at MyTEAM, check out his link in the description. But yeah, so we played basically in a kind of all-star kind of event type thing, and this is the team that I ended up running with against him. So obviously it's not the best team around, but it's not that bad a team. It's a team that I'm confident I'd win 95% of my games in Unlimited. However, playing against Shump isn't like playing against 95% of opponents. He's one of the top probably 10 players in the world on the PS4 side anyway. But basically what this event was kind of YouTubers versus Twitch All-Stars. And if you guys want to see like a full breakdown of that entire tournament and where I go over all of the games, leave in the comments because I can do that. I do have footage from all the games anyway, so I can make that video if you guys want. But yeah, so basically we're on a PS4, which isn't our best squad. We were also playing on his servers, so he was the host of the game, and obviously so yeah, pretty much, obviously he's way better than me at the game, so no matter what circumstance I put him in, I was gonna lose. But basically everything that could be going against us was going against us in this game, but you never know. I could have pulled off the biggest upset in 2K history, and watch this to find out. But yeah, so his team is obviously a lot stronger than mine. He does have the Galaxy Opal James Worthy. He has Porzingis. He's got AK-47, who's probably better than the James Worthy, to be completely honest. He's got Dominique, who's a beast. He's also got the Galaxy Opal Isaiah Thomas, who I don't even mind not getting him, to be honest. Like, I actually don't mind, because he's not very good. But yeah, this guy's team, he also has the Pink Diamond J.R. Smith, who, as you guys see in this gameplay, is just, in Play With Friends, is by far the best player you can use. But I do think that my team isn't bad, and I think it matches up well. And for a budget squad, mine is Giannis. I think it's as good as any team you can use. So starting off the game, we go with a tactic of playing as slowly as possible. So it's what I always suggest for you guys to do. If you do have a worse team, the worst thing you can do is rush and take bad shots. And at times in this game, that's something I definitely did. But as you guys can see at the start, like obviously I threw a bad pass there. Not the biggest deal in the world. He's greening with Giannis. That just shows the quality of this guy. But yeah, like, if you guys play with composure, if you're using the right type of players, you honestly have a chance to kind of hang with anyone. Play with friends is a little bit different because the fact 3s are greater than 2s. And I'll talk about later in the game about why that's so important. But I did feel that I started off this game well. I forced him into taking some bad shots. But to be honest, there's just a lot of situations where I felt that I could have really hit some shots like this one here. I shouldn't have taken that shot. And then in the end, I just kind of lose composure on this offense. I was dominating in the pick and roll, and a lot of time I was dominating really well, refusing the pick and roll. With these 5 seconds to go, I really struggled to get a good shot up, had to just jack it with E, and obviously that's going in very, very little. In the end, he does take a little bit of a lead, and as you guys can see here, it's just me trying to be a little bit too calm at times, me trying to keep composure, and it just wasn't working. What was working was the pick and roll. And it was what continued to work throughout the game, especially because we did have someone like Xavier McDaniel, who is just huge. His player build is big. And running him at the point guard, I think, is almost as effective as running someone like Giannis. I honestly don't see there being much of a difference between using a McDaniel and using a Pink Diamond Giannis, especially in Play With Friends and against weak opponents. Maybe if you're playing elite competition, there's a difference, but I honestly, against weaker opponents, I prefer McDaniel. He does a lot of the same things. But J.R. Smith, once he came onto the floor, it was game over. And once J.R. Smith gets takeover, it does not matter what you do. This was 3s versus 2s. Like, it seemed like I was still in this game, but trust me, once J.R. Smith gets takeover, it does not matter what you do. I don't know how all these shots are being registered as open, but a lot of them were semi-contested. That one obviously wasn't, but it's so deep that J.R. Smith can just light teams up. Like, trust me, if you guys are playing Play With Friends, and you're playing against Pink Diamond JR, you're going to struggle. You're going to really struggle. But again, to be fair, I was really happy with the way I played to start the game. Obviously, I went into a full court press, which was never really going to work against someone of the standard of Shump, but I don't know. This was kind of a stage where I started to panic a little bit. However, I did need to go on a bit of a run at the start second to keep in the game. And even though I don't think I was playing my best 2K, I did kind of go on that run. I kept it going basket for basket, and then ended up getting a really nice stop there, attacking the basket with Brent Barry. Brent Barry gets allowed to make it a 5-point game. And then the biggest play of the game, this happens. That. Like, we had a chance to make it 3 had he missed, and he goes and hits a crazy smothered layup with Dominique Wilkins. Like, there's nothing else I could really do in that situation. And to be honest, like, we did run a nice pick and roll in this play. We got a nice dunk with Joe Chi, but it was just kind of from here on out, we really had a bad kind of end to the second quarter, and at times in the third quarter. Great fadeaway there by Porzingis, and Porzingis goes and knocks down that shot, and this kind of sums up the game. Clank from Giannis, 80 rated free throw, and like, if you guys, I wish I could show my gameplay, it just corrupted, but another clank. That was, I think one of them was a full white, one of them wasn't the best release. But then, just like in the first quarter, where J.R. Smith got takeover, Porzingis gets takeover here, and with that little bit of server delay, I have no chance. I have absolutely no chance of defending someone like a Porzingis. And then, again, like, offensively, I was fine with the way I was playing, but how this shot registered as open, I don't know. But it was just a case of he'd go down and hit a 3, I'd hit a 2, and then I was missing basically every jump shot I tried to put up. Until 3 minutes to go in the game, I didn't hit a or 4 minutes to go in the game, I didn't hit a 3-pointer, which in play with friends means you're not really gonna win. But again, like, in terms of baskets, there wasn't that much in it. It was just 3s versus 2s. And here, Grant Hill really just basically had Darius Miles in his pocket. I thought Darius Miles maybe could do a bit of damage, but obviously he couldn't. This was kind of a really bad spell in the game, and we just really struggled. Grant Hill gets the ball wide open here for 3, greens it. We got to take Miles out. I thought maybe he could have made an instant impact, but he just really couldn't. Like, Grant Hill, doesn't matter that he has 94 block jams in on him, and Darius Miles cold for the vast majority of the third quarter when he was on. Great alley-oop there, but to be honest, down 21 didn't matter too much. And even Webber just bullying Ian there. 94 block means nothing against a good player using someone like Chris Webber. Against 90% of your opposition, you can get away with using players with low strength. Against this level competition, someone like Shump, you actually have no chance at all. Like, a lot of tactics that I was using in this game were ways of beating weaker opponents in MyTEAM Unlimited, but playing against a pro, playing against one of the best players in the world, I was completely exposed for it. I got punished for a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have done in the game. I also, more so than anything, I got punished for taking 2s instead of 3s. He did a great job of defending the 3-point line, and to be honest, like, Shump really was kind of almost letting me get those pick and rolls. He didn't mind that because he was going to go out and hit a 3 in the other end, which is really the difference in the game and just the difference in general. Like, you can shoot a seriously high percentage, but it is the 3-pointers. As much as everyone says you can play with loads of non-shooters, you don't need to shoot the ball in 2K. I think this game proved that you do need to shoot the ball in 2K. But from here on out, he actually went into a zone. How the shot went in, I don't know. But he went into a zone, and I was actually, looking back in this game, really happy with the way I tried to break down his zone. Honestly, if you guys, like, I'm one of the better players at breaking down a zone. It's very, if someone runs a zone against me, I'm delighted, because normally I can break it down and get a good shot, because in general, I am a fairly patient player when I'm trying. And it's the reason why guys like YBC, who are some of the best players in the world, I'm normally able to run them close, like 25-point game, 2 minutes to go in the quarter, and then that goes in. Like, there's just, in these situations, there's absolutely nothing I can do. I don't think I could have done much more. I honestly don't. I feel like Shump is just that much better than me at the game. I feel like I played a really good game, and then stuff like this, like wide open shots with Dan Issel just not going in, and him just hitting some crazy shots in the plays afterwards. Like, there's not that much I can do in this situation. I'm trying to play on ball. Like, there's just not. I don't think I can play too much better defense than I did in this game. And he was just hitting everything he put up, no matter what. Like, this is great defense. There's nothing else I can do in this situation, and it goes in. It's just like everything. Just nothing went my way in this game. But to be fair, on my best day, I think I lose to him by 10. I lost them by 33 here. I was never going to win this game. No matter what the circumstances were, I was never winning the game. So I was happy with how it turned out, because if you guys look, like, I did shoot 70% from the field. I did turn the ball over 13 times, which wasn't great, but shooting 70% from the field is not the worst. 3 of 6 from 3 was not great. As you guys can see, like, he had 17 more threes than me, which was a huge factor in the game. And to be honest, if it wasn't for that, it might have been a little bit closer, but there was no circumstances. He could have just shot 2s and probably still just about beat me in a game. But his J.R. Smith, 8 of 10, 7 9 from 3. There's nothing you can do once you come up against Pink Diamond, J.R. Smith in Play with Friends, and probably like Hito as well, cards like that. You can't do anything. For us, Joe Chi had 18 points, which is crazy. E had 10. Brent Barry did okay. He had 9. But Xavier McDaniel did well as well with 8 points. But the rest of the team just didn't do great. And yeah, to be honest, we just lost that game, and we lost to a better player. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.